Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today we're going to be talking about cloud infrastructure and cybersecurity. We're going to be talking about why you might want to switch from on-premise infrastructure to the cloud and some ways that you can actually secure the cloud. The big appeal for cloud infrastructure is its scalability. What is scalability? Scalability is the way in which as demand increases, your access to those services will actually increase as well. And this allows for cost optimization because you can manage the load in which you need computing resources. This is done through auto scaling and load balancing. Auto scaling basically improves the utilization for your system. So this is going to be a side-by-side comparison of a system without auto scaling and with auto scaling. On the left-hand side, you're going to see this gray area, which is going to be our capacity. And you can see that our capacity works well, but only on Wednesday where we reach our peak load. And throughout the week, like Sunday and Thursday and Saturday, we're actually missing utilization. In the system with auto scaling, we can capture utilization on those days as we demand them. So basically on Sunday, we're paying for a fraction of the services that we'll need as opposed to on Tuesday and Wednesday. This is another side-by-side comparison. So the on-premise infrastructure is again going to have that fixed capacity that we saw on that chart, whereas the cloud is going to be able to scale as our demand grows. Another thing you have to think about when you're managing on-premise is the upfront costs for hardware, the space that you have to use to store that hardware, and maybe the costs of hiring a team to maintain that hardware and ensure that hardware is working properly. Whereas the cloud provider does this, and then they actually allow us access to those resources that they manage, and we pay as we go. Another important thing to consider is redundancy and availability of your data and services. Your on-premise infrastructure is going to be bounded by what's available in-house. So this means that all of your services are really going to depend on the electrical grid that you're working on. Whereas in the cloud deployments, you have access to multi-regional deployments of your services where you can have services on the West Coast, in the East Coast, and maybe in Europe and China. And this actually distributes the dependency of your services, and in some cases can actually increase the availability of your access for your users. We'll be getting into cloud security. Why cloud security is so important is because most of the cloud is actually public facing. So this allows for basically data breaches to occur, and you must ensure and adopt a zero trust architecture where your cloud resources that you're purchasing from your cloud provider are only available to the users that are authenticated. So this is customers, these are employees, these are executives. They must authenticate before they have access to cloud resources. Cloud resources offer a ton of identity and access management tools that allow you to authenticate and manage user access, as well as robust encryption protocols to ensure that your data is safe. The best practices for the cloud are always going to be that multi-factor authentication, so a minimum of 2 levels of authentication. This could be your phone, this could be a fingerprint, this could be a password. Another huge benefit of the cloud is role-based access control. This basically means that instead of assigning a cloud resource to a user directly, you assign it to a group. You assign the resources to a group or permissions to a group, and then you can assign a user to that group, and you can basically manage the controls much easier by just removing and adding people to a group. So this is considered role-based access control. Cloud tools are also going to offer vulnerability scanning, security updates, cloud monitoring, basically notifying your infrastructure of problems that may arise, and you can then take actions for remediation. So this is a short video on cloud infrastructure. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.